Doyer 808 Setting up European Truck Simulation or Tutorial.
First open the game.
Then use the computer mouse to click on Settings or Options. Then use the computer mouse to click on the controls at the bottom of the page.
Then click on the keyboard button above and drag down to select Doyle vibraton wheel.
Then select the transmission to set to the H gear setting. Then set the steering sensitivity between 0.81 and 0.85.
Then pull down to set the steering wheel. First, use the computer mouse to click on the steering control glaze to set the direction of the steering.
Then use the computer mouse to click on the throttle control glaze and press the accelerator pedal on the steering wheel. Click on the clutch control glaze again with the mouse, set the clutch, and set the mode to normal.
Afterwards, set all dead zone degrees to 0. Then pull down to find the H gear setting position on the steering wheel.
To set the R gear, press down on the gear lever of the H gear and shift it back to 6th gear, then press down and shift it back to neutral gear.
Afterwards, set the gear lever to the 1st gear on the gear lever and then shift back to neutral.
Then set the gear lever to the 2nd gear on the gear lever and shift back to neutral gear. Then set the gear lever to the 3rd gear on the gear lever and shift it back to neutral.
Then set the gear lever to 5th gear on the gear lever and shift it back to neutral.
Then set the gear lever to the 4th gear on the gear lever and shift it back to neutral.
Then set the gear lever to 6th gear on the gear lever and shift it back to neutral. Afterwards, set the button to switch between high and low gears.
Afterwards, enter the button and button settings interface.
First, unassign all the buttons for turning left and right. Afterwards, you can set the functions you need to use on any button on the steering wheel.